Yogis, thank you for being here. This series is on hips. So we started I call this my anatomy series. We started with hamstrings, we moved to the glutes, and then last week we did quads. We moved to the quads, and then last week we did the glutes, which is the rump. And today we're going to work on hip flexors. Hip flexors are your hip abductors and hip adductor muscles that allow you to move your hips in all directions. So abducting is where the muscles that you use to bring your leg out to the side. Adductor muscles are what you use to bring your leg back in. And part of our abductor muscles are the glutes that we worked on last week. The gluteus medius, which is here. The gluteus minimus, which is way deep in underneath your flesh, and then the tensor fascia latae, which is the muscle right here along your leg. So I'll point out to you areas where we're moving those particular muscles. And I thought we would start today with a balancing type of pranayama, balancing breath, alternate nostril breathing. Most of you, I think, are familiar with it, Nadi Shodhana. It's a balancing breath because it balances you. If you're stressed out, it makes you calm. If you're lethargic, it gives you an energy boost. So it's a balancing breath in that way. So how we do it is, I'll talk you through it and then I'll let you carry on your own. You take your thumb and place it by your right nostril, your ring finger by your left nostril, and you can rest your middle finger and your pointer on your forehead, or some people just curl those two fingers under. I sort of like to rest it on my forehead because there's something really nice about the pressure on your third eye here. It has a calming effect. And then your pinky can hang out anywhere. You could put it with your ring finger if you like. And then I'll talk you through which nostril you're breathing through. But first, just let's focus on breathing through both nostrils for a few breaths. Inhaling deeply through both nostrils. And then exhaling deeply through both nostrils. So we'll do our breath awareness. Do a couple more of those, and then count your beats to your inhalation and your exhalations, and see if you can make them even, since we're doing a balancing breath today. When you make your inhales and exhales even, that has a balancing effect on your nervous system as well. Okay, so now we shall begin our alternate nostril, Nadi Shodhana. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Close your right nostril, inhale through your left. Close your left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. And then continue on your own, inhaling through the left. And the pattern is exhale, inhale as you alternate nostrils. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Do one more round through both nostrils at your own pace. And when you complete, allow the last breath to be an exhalation through your left nostril. And then please return your breathing back to normal. And let's take a deep breath together and in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. Okay, we are going to start with warming up our spinal. There's 6 spinal movements: forward, backwards, twisting, and lateral bends. So sit up nice and tall, cross-legged. Something so that you can tilt your pelvis forward and not have a collapse in your lower back. And then inhale, as you bring your palms together into your chest, push your fingertips up, reach up with a big inhalation. Exhale, we're going to drop the right hand down, left arm beside our ear, and then we're going to make this dynamic. So we're going to pull the left arm back up, float the left arm down, and bring the right arm over. And then again, dynamically move the right arm down, left arm up, pull the left arm up, right arm down, and then opposite. I think the left arm is up now. The right arm is up now. And one more. Now, let's now pause here with the right hand down, left arm beside the ear, and bringing the shoulder back. Maybe even look up toward the ceiling. Open the chest and breathe. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, open your arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Allow your left hand to come to the right thigh. Right hand props behind you on the mat. Keep your vertical straight as you're twisting. Several deep breaths here. And relax. Every time you exhale, get a little deeper in the twist. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Bring your hands to heart center again. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, we'll do another dynamic with the left arm down, right arm up. And then reach up, let the right hand float down, left arm up. And then back up, float down, right arm back up. And then once more up, left arm over, and then up, right arm over, and pause here. Take several deep breaths, bring the right shoulder back, look up. Really push down into your right buttock so you can further enhance the opening of that rib cage. And then reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Take the right hand on the outside of the left thigh. Left hand behind. Sit up tall as you twist. Keep your spine vertical. Think about taking your right ribs and wrapping them around toward the left side of your body. And every time you exhale, relax and get a little deeper. And take a deep breath. Exhale, come back to center. Switch the cross of the legs. So even in this Sukhasana, this is called Sukhasana, easy pose, cross-legged pose is easy pose. Even in the Sukhasana pose, we're helping open our hip flexors. And that's why we want to try to sit in this position as much as we can, because it's much healthier for our spine and our hips than sitting in a chair. From here, we're going to do some seated cats. So take a deep breath, exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone under, and push your back toward the back of the mat in a C shape. And then hold on to your legs, your knees, so that you can use that as leverage to open up your vertebra behind you as you lean back. Feel your shoulder blades come apart from each other as you do this. And then we're going to inhale as we bring our chest forward, bring our hands down in front and bring our chest forward, head toward the ceiling, tailbone out the back of the mat. So we're now doing a arched lower back. And then back to your cat, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, pushing the spine backward. And then slowly to the seated cow as we bring our hands in front, shoot the tailbone out the back of the mat, bring the shoulders down from the ears, crown of your head going forward and up. So you have like a sway back now. And then come back up, right, upright to seated. And then please bring your feet in front of you, hop off your bolster if you're on one. Bring your feet hip width distance apart or wider, maybe even mat width apart. And we're going to do some windshield wipers with our feet. Just put your hands in any direction you want just to support your upper body. Keep your pelvis tilted slightly forward. Let your knees fall to the right as your left hip comes up. So bring your left knee towards your right heel and then come back to center and then go in the opposite direction. Right knee toward the left heel and then back to center. Once again, legs go to the right. Back to center, knees go to the left. Back to center, knees go to the right. Pause here. And then see if you can get your left hand off the mat and bring it over to the right side of your body next to your right hand. And then walk your hands to the right and just twist your body toward the back of your mat. And then when you're here, if it feels good for you to come on down to your forearms, go ahead and come on down, or you can stay up, propped up on your hands. The idea here is just to feel a nice twist in the torso and a stretching of the hip flexors. And then slowly push yourself back to center, knees back in front. Windshield the knees over to the left. Pause here for a breath or two. And then we'll bring our right hand all the way around to the left side of our body. Walk the hands to the left so that you're turning to face the back of your mat, and then melt on down to your forearms if that feels good to you. And then slowly push back up, come back to center, and come into your staff pose, Dandasana. And here, if you want to sit up on your bolster or blanket or padding again, go ahead and do that so that you're able to tilt your pelvis forward, have a neutral lower spine. Okay, so this is where we're going to really start feeling our adductor and abductor muscles, adductor and ABD, abductor. So flex your feet, knees are pointed up, make sure your shoulders are down, your chest is puffed forward, the crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling. Let your hands rest by your sides. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed, and then take your right leg and lift it up. Now, it doesn't have to come up very far to feel this. And then you're going to swing it out. Those are your adductor muscles, and then swing it back in, cross over the left. That's your adductor muscles, and then back out for your abductor, and then cross over to the left, and then back out, and then back to the left, and then back out, and back to the left, and then back to center. Bend that knee to give it a break. Keep your left toes up, your left knees up. Take your left arm and hug your knee to the chest. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist around, plant your hand behind you. And this version of Marichyasana. Don't forget to breathe. Slow, deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Reset the spine in Dandasana. Tilt the pelvis forward. Lower back has a slight arch. Chest open, shoulders down from the ears. Feet flexed so that you're engaging your leg muscles just by sitting here. And then we'll do the left leg up and then out and then over and then out and then over, out and then over, out, over. One more time, out, over, and then rest. Bend that knee in. I'm sure you felt your quads there working as well. Your right arm hugs the knee to the chest. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around. Plant the left hand behind you. One more breath. As you exhale, come all the way back to center. Reset the spine in Dandasana. Okay, now hop off your bolster again if you're sitting on one. And I'm going to go sideways so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to come down to our forearms behind us. So your hands are resting beside your hips. And then you're going to tilt your pelvis forward so you're arching your lower back slightly, not too much, just so that your spine is neutral. Okay, so I'm sneaking in some abdominal work here with our hip flexor work. We're going to take our legs, straighten them out, and then make sure that you try to keep your pelvis tilted forward as you do this. Don't let your back collapse. And then we're going to scissor our legs out and then in, out, using our hip flexors in. Adduct, abduct, adduct, abduct, adduct, abduct, adduct. Again, 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 again. Once more, and then one last time. Bring the knees together and then roll down onto your back, hug the knees into your chest, release your spine. And then please roll over, come onto your hands and knees, table position, patting knees accordingly. Neutral table, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, flat back. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, bring your bottom towards your heels. Greasing your hinges here. Feeling your hips, flexors work, as well as your knees, your shoulders, your wrists. Come back up to table as you inhale slowly through the nose. And then exhale once again back towards your child pose, making your breath last as you exhale. And then make your breath last as you inhale through the nose, back up to table, big breath. Exhale, push into your cat back, tucking the chin, tailbone, arching the spine up toward the ceiling, feeling every vertebra.
And now here in your cat back, tuck your toes if they're not already tucked, so we can massage our feet a little bit. And then big, slow inhale through the nose, untuck the toes, and then allow your belly to drop down toward the mat into your cow pose, pushing the shoulders toward the back of your mat, stretching your head forward, tailbone back into a banana back. And then exhale again, very slowly through the nose, back into cat, retuck the toes, retuck the tailbone, retuck the chin. So everything is tucked. And then inhale, untucking everything, allowing your belly to drop down, move the shoulders to the back of the mat as you stretch your head forward and tailbone back. And then come into neutral table. Put weight into the left hand and open your right arm, twist to the right. One more breath. Exhale, hand comes down. Now bring the right foot up between your hands. And you can use blocks here if you like. So first we're going to take the right arm onto the inside of your right leg. And then have your thigh press against your upper arm. And what we're going to do is press the arm into the leg while the leg is pressing into the arm. So it's opposing forces. So you're using your own body strength to push and pull, or push in each direction, push against the leg and push against the arm. Okay, from here, take the weight into your left hand, and then take your right arm and reach up behind you as far as you can go. And we're going to do little mini lizard movements here. Take a deep breath in, exhale, take your right elbow and then bring it down toward the mat on the inside of that leg. And then inhale, open up again, reach behind you. Exhale, bend the arm, bring the elbow down inside of your leg again, and then reach up behind you. And then exhale as you bring the hand down, elbow down toward the mat again, and then reach up behind you. Hand comes down on the outside of that leg, so step the knee back to table pose. Take a deep breath. Exhale back to your heels again. Inhale back to table. Exhale slowly back towards your heels. Inhale slowly back to table. Exhale into your cat. Tuck the toes, tailbone, chin, arch the spine. Inhale, drop the belly down, untuck everything. Stretch your head forward, tailbone back. Neutral table. Put weight into the right hand and open the left arm to the left. And then that hand comes down. Left foot comes up between the hands. And swing the left arm into the inside of your leg. Rest your thigh against your upper arm. And then push the leg into the arm as you push your arm into the leg. Feel how your own opposing muscles are working against each other. Working against each other, but for the good of both. Okay, release that tension. Put weight into the right hand. Again, you can use block here if you like. And then we're going to reach the left arm up and back. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring the elbow down to the mat on the inside of that leg.
And then inhale, reach up and back again, open the chest. Exhale, once again, bending the elbow, bringing it down to the inside of that leg. Inhale, open, out and back. Exhale, once again, elbow down. Inhale, out and back. Exhale, bring the hand down, and then bring the knee back into table. Flat back table. Inhale. Exhale, lift your right knee into the chest, tuck your nose, tuck the chin, bring the nose to the knee, kick the leg back behind you, plant your toes down. And then we're going to walk the foot over to the left and look over our left shoulder. So now we're going to do some dog leg swings. So take a deep breath, lift your foot and swing it on over to the right side, touch it down perpendicular to your body. Then lift, swing it back behind you, touch it down on the left side of your body. Pick it up, swing it around, touch down on the right side of your body. Pick it up, swing it around, touch down on the left. Pick it up, swing it around, touch down on the right. Okay, from here, bend the knee into Rover's Revenge here, and then just circle that hip around in both directions. And then extend the leg, bring the foot back down. Okay, so if you were with me last week, we had fun doing this pose, the awkward airplane. So we're gonna take our right leg, lift it off the mat out perpendicular to our body, and our left arm is going to go out perpendicular to our body. And breathe a couple of breaths here. So this is using, as you can feel, a lot of your hip flexors, but your glutes and quads as well. Hamstrings. Okay, hand comes in, foot comes down, but leave it extended. And now walk the foot forward toward your head, and then come on down onto your blocks or to your mat into a lizard pose. So this is the full lizard pose. We were warming up for this a little bit earlier with our elbow dips. So in lizard pose, I just want to remind you that your knee is somewhere near your shoulder, but your foot is either in line with your head or further above your head. You don't want too acute of an angle in that knee. Okay. Push back up, please. Bring that knee back in. Come back to your table pose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes in toward your chest. Tuck the chin, nose to knee, flex the spine. And then kick the left leg way back behind you. Plant the left toes down and walk the foot over to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Feel the opening of the left ribs and the left hip flexors. Inhale, lift the foot. Exhale, swing it around to the right, touch down, perpendicular. Inhale, lift, swing it around, back to the right, touch down. Inhale, lift, swing it back to the left, touch down. Inhale, lift, swing it back around, touch down. Inhale, lift, swing it back around, touch down. Bend the knee into your dog leg and then circle the hips, both directions. Do 3 or 4 in each direction. And then pause, re-extend the leg, plant the foot down. And get ready for your awkward airplane on this side. So we're going to lift the left leg out to the side, right arm out to the side, and then breathe. And just don't think about what your muscles hurting or anything like that. Just be in the moment. Think about your breath. If you relax a little bit, the muscles will relax. Relax into your breath. Okay, hand comes down, foot comes down, but now we're going to walk the foot forward and come into the lizard pose on this side using blocks. If you like, coming down onto your forearms, keeping the knee somewhere near the shoulder, and keeping the foot somewhere in line with your head or forward of your head. One more breath. And then push back to your hands, bring the knee back in. Tuck your toes and push up to downward facing dog. So in down dog, let me just remind you, spread your fingers wide and slightly bend your knuckles so you put a lot of pressure into your finger pads and your knuckles will bear some of the weight. So, and the base of your palm is on the mat as well as the top of your palm. Squeeze the forearms toward each other so you feel your shoulders roll out. Bend the knees and bring the chest down toward the knees as you bring your booty way up in the air. Allow your head to relax between your arms. Don't allow your elbows to poke out to the sides. Keep squeezing those forearms toward each other. And then bend the knees a lot so you can walk up to your hands. And then we'll slowly come up to a standing position. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then let's come into Tadasana. Pause for a breath or two. Align the spine nice and tall. Belly in, chest open, feet underneath the hips. Roll the thighs inward slightly. Make sure the head's positioned right above the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to do some standing leg lifts now, which will be some balancing movements. So if you want to move toward a wall or something to help you, there is no cheating in yoga. So whatever works, works. And then reestablish your Tadasana. Pick whatever leg you want to start with first. And then bring your opposite foot forward, point your toes down. And then I find you can keep your hands on your hips, or I find, and it's been known to, when you push your fingertips together, it helps balance your mind. So I like to bring my hands into prayer position, and we're just going to lift the leg up and then down, up and then down, and then up and then down, and then up and then down, and once more up and then down, and then come back to your Tadasana legs. And then point your toes out to the side of your body. And then we're going to lift it out, leg up to the side, and then back down. Out to the side, 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 back down. Once more, out to the side, and then back down, back to Tadasana. Okay, one last thing on the standing legs, use the same standing leg. Lift your knee in front, open your arms in a T, and you're going to just swing the knee over to cross your body. And then you're going to take the opposite hand onto the outside of that leg. Find your focal point. The opposite arm is reaching behind you. And if you want to slowly move your gaze to look at your hand that's now extended, it's a little trick to do that, but try it, it might work. The trick is slow, soft gaze, not jerky gaze. Don't move your head quickly, just slowly. And then release, shake that out. Opposite foot. Tadasana legs to start with. Point the toes forward. And then lift and lower. Lift and then lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift and lower. Once more, lift, lower, return, Tadasana legs. Find your focal point so that you now bring the leg out to the side and then down, side and then down, side and then down, side and then down, side, down, side, down. Once more and then back to Tadasana. Okay, now we're going to do that twisting action, lifting the opposite knee that you did from the last time, crossing it over your midline, taking that hand on the outside of that leg, reaching the opposite arm behind you. And then if you want to try to move your gaze, go ahead and do so to look over that hand. And then slowly come back to center. Shake it all out. Good job. Okay, grab a block. And then place it between your legs so that your legs are approximately hip width distance apart. So it's usually the medium width of the block. And you make sure you're not squeezing your knees. Put the block above the knees and then squeeze the block. And then Hastasana, reach up with your arms, inhale. Exhale, keep the block between your legs and come into your chair pose. Keep squeezing the block. Tailbone down, don't overarch your lower back. Inhale, open your arms in a T, keep in your chair. Exhale, twist to the right. Take the left hand on the outside of the thigh and bring your right hand behind you. Keep sitting in your chair. Slowly come back forward. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Make sure you're not crunching up your neck with your collarbones. Exhale, come into your chair pose, squeezing the block, tailbone down. Try to keep your chest open. Breathe. Inhale, open your arms in a T, keep in your chair. Exhale, twist to the left. So the right hand comes on the outside of the leg. Left arm reaches way behind you. Keep sitting in your chair. And then inhale, come back to center. Reach up slowly. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana. Remove the block set it aside, or you can use your blocks. We're going to do a little bit of a flow here. So you can use your blocks for your downward dog and parts of the flow if you like. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold all the way down, and place your hands either on the mat or on blocks beside your feet. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, step your right foot back. So now you're in a high lunge. So it's important here, and it's really good to use blocks here because it helps you get a long spine. It's important here to not roll your back and your shoulders. Think about your forehead going, your crown of your head going forward, up diagonally, and you're putting weight into your back heel. So there's a straight line from the crown of your head all the way into your back heel. So this is a high lunge. And just breathe here for a couple of breaths. Just think about your alignment. Nice long line. Make sure your shoulders are away from the ears. Okay, now we're going to slowly come up into a high lunge by bringing our hands in front of us and then reaching up. So your back leg is soft. Your back knee is slightly bent, but you're really engaging your quadriceps in the back. Your front knee is over the ankles. We're not going to stay here very long. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back to plank position. Okay, either you can keep your blocks or put your hands on the mat. We're going to put the knees down, come into upward facing dog. And if you like to lift your knees off the mat now, you may. And then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between your hands. That's another reason to use blocks. You have more room to move the leg up. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, step up with the left foot. Slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, bend knees forward, fold all the way down. Make sure your hands are on blocks or mat on either side of your feet. They have to, don't allow them to be in front of your feet. Make sure they're right beside your feet. Step your left leg back to high lunge. So once again, the alignment here is important. The hands are on either side of the front foot, not up here, not back here, right beside it. Knee is lined up over the ankle. Push weight into your left heel. Level your sacrum, left quads. Stretch the crown of your head forward and imagine a nice diagonal line from the crown of your head to your back heel. Get light in your fingertips here and then come on up to your high lunge. Soft bend in the back leg. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees come down. Upward facing dog. Bring the chest between the arms, shoulders down from the ears. You can lift your knees off the mat if you like here. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between your hands. Inhale. Exhale, step up with the right foot. And slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then pause in Tadasana, reset. Focus on the breath. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold all the way down. And then step back to downward facing dog. With or without blocks. Knees come down. And then sit back for a brief moment into child pose. Please rest your head on something, either your hands, mat, or a block, or bolster. Okay, please push up and then come onto your side. Pick whatever side you want to start with. Bend your knees for balance and then rest your head into your hand if that's comfortable for your shoulders. Otherwise, you can extend your arm long and put your head on your arm like a pillow. So continuing working our hip flexors. The hip flexors are the adductor and abductor muscles. Straighten the top leg. You can keep the bottom leg bent for a little bit of balance, because if you straighten both legs, you get sort of wobbly here. And then we're just going to raise the upper leg and then lower, raise and lower, raise and lower, raise and then lower. And then once again, raise and then lower, and then pause here. Okay, so now you're going to straighten the bottom leg and bring the top foot in front of you. Okay, so make sure you get balanced here, because what you're going to do is lift the bottom leg up. So use your front hand as support, flex the foot and lift the lower leg up and then down, up and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, rebend both knees. Keep your feet together and then open the knees in a clam mouth and then close the knees. So this is a clamshell. Keep the feet together, open and then close, open and then close, open, close, open, and then close. Okay, now we do the opposite. Keep your knees together and separate your feet, lifting the top leg up and then down. Keep the knees together, top foot comes up and then down. So as you do this, you're feeling your hip internally rotate, right? That's what you're doing. You're adducting that hip. And then again, up and then down. Once more up and then down. Okay, good. Switch sides. Starting with bent knees, get your balance. Extend the upper leg and then lift the leg up and then lower, up and then lower, up and then lower, up, lower, up, lower, up, lower, up, lower. Straighten the bottom leg, bring the front foot in front so that you have some balance here to be able to lift your bottom leg up and then down, up and then down, up and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Once more, up and then down. Bend both knees together. And for our clamshell, keep the feet together and then open the knees apart and then close. Open the knees apart, close. Open knees apart and close. Open and close. Open and close. Keep the knees together as you lift the top foot up and then down, up and then down. So you're internally rotating that hip as you lift up, down. You feel the action of your hip rotating up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, please roll onto your backs now with bent knees, hip width distance apart. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Relax your back, relax your head. Take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. Now keep your hands by your sides, relaxed, palms down. And then without using your hand, you're going to use your leg muscles to push your right knee away from you. Okay, so keep that action of pushing that right knee away from you, and then put your weight into your left foot and then lift your bottom off the mat. And then bring your bottom back down. All the while you're keeping tension, pressure into your right leg as you're pushing it away from you. Keep your arms and your back relaxed. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower your bottom. Exhale, lift. And then lower. Lift. And then lower. Lift. And then lower. Pause here. Now we'll thread the right hand between the legs. Left hand goes on the outside of the thigh. We're going to lift our left leg up so we can clasp our fingers around the back of the thigh. If that doesn't work for you, you could use a strap instead and just put it around your leg. And then once you have the back of your leg secure, rest your head back down on the mat, relax your shoulders back down on the mat, and then just pull that leg towards your body while you're pushing the opposite leg away from you. So your right leg's being pushed away, your left leg is being pulled in toward the body. Flex the feet. And what you're feeling here is largely your piriformis muscle, which is the deep muscle from your bottom to your leg. Now release your left leg, bring the foot down, uncross. Take the left foot now. Flex the foot, put the ankle on the right. Relax your hands by your sides, palms facing down. Relax your head, relax your chest. Push, using your leg muscles only, push your left knee away from you. And then inhale, lift your bottom. And then lower. And then lift, inhale. And lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more lift. One more lower. And now we'll thread the left hand through, clasp the fingers around the right thigh as you pull the right thigh toward your chest. You're pushing your left leg away from you, flexing both feet. And this is a reclined pigeon or reclined number 4 pose. Okay, release the leg. Bring the foot back down, uncross your legs, and then bring both knees into your chest. Hug the knees, squeeze them into your chest. And then place your feet back onto the mat. Walk your feet apart, mat width, or a little bit wider than hip width apart. Bring your arms in a T, palms facing up. Now we're going to keep our feet wide here. Allow your knees to fall to the right. So here is where your left knee is going to come toward your right heel. Your right leg doesn't have to come all the way down to the mat, but if it does, that's great. Keep your chest open and then turn your head to look to the left and then push your left knee down toward the right heel. It's not going to hit down completely, or probably won't come down completely. And then back up to center, keep the feet wide, allow the knees to fall to the left. So now your right knee is going toward the left heel. Your left knee can be on the mat. And then keep your shoulders open, your chest open, turn your head to look to your right hand. Keep pushing your right knee down towards your left heel. And then slowly back to center. And if you would like to hug your knees in one more time, to roll on your spine and then extend your legs long on the mat for your Shavasana. And then please focus on your breath as you relax. Slow down your breathing. Take a mental body scan. Release any areas of tension. I'm going to read you a poem by Mary Oliver, aptly entitled First Snow. The snow began here this morning and all day continued. Its white rhetoric everywhere calling us back to why, how, whence such beauty, and what the meaning. Such an oracular fever, flowing past windows, an energy it seemed would never ebb, never settle less than lovely. And only now, deep into night, it has finally ended. The silence is immense, and the heavens still hold a million candles. Nowhere the familiar things, stars, the moon, the darkness we expect and lightly turn from. Trees glitter like castles of ribbons. The broad fields smolder with light. A passing creek bed lies heaped with shining hills. And though the questions that have assailed us all day remain, not a single answer has been found. Walking out now into the silence and the light under the trees and through the fields feels like one. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you make very small movements to gently wake up your body. Please bend your knees toward your chest and roll on to your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, you're sealing off the hot, fiery, bright masculine side of the body and exposing the cool, dark, calm, feminine side of the body. And that calmness will carry you for the rest of your day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai